Some people fall asleep instantly. Others toss and turn for hours, like their pillow is stuffed with worries, fears, and unpaid bills. Ever notice that? No one really tells you this, but most of the battles we fight begin in our own minds, and they almost always hit harder at night. And here's the twist. The more you try to quiet everything on your own, the louder your anxieties scream. But there's a hidden truth many overlook. There is a strength that can silence even your loudest thoughts. And it starts with something as simple as a prayer. This isn't about religion or being perfect. It's about giving yourself permission to stop, to breathe, to surrender. While the world rushes to fall asleep exhausted and wakes up even more lost, the ones who take a moment to pray before closing their eyes activate a force that most can't see: protection, direction, and real rest. And no, you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to trust. Trust that there's a God who not only listens, but cares, and restores your strength when you're not sure how to take another step. The world won't teach you this, but tonight, you're about to find out. Most people end their day with a crowded mind, like problems don't have a bedtime. That's when prayer becomes your safest place. Connecting with God doesn't require fancy words, just honesty. Saying, "Thanks God," with a heart wide open is already a powerful invitation for blessings and guidance to step in. When you build this habit, peace starts to walk in quietly. And it doesn't stop there. That same peace begins inside your heart, and soon, it surrounds everything around you. That's how divine protection begins, in stillness, not noise. It's tempting to worry about tomorrow, the bills, decisions, and people who may disappoint you. But when you bring these worries into prayer, something sacred happens. You stop wrestling with the unknown, and you start trusting the one who already knows the outcome. Try this tonight. Write down your fears, then pray over each one. You'll be amazed how much lighter you feel. That's not superstition. That's spiritual clarity. That's the beginning of true maturity. And from there, transformation is inevitable. Because you're not just hoping anymore, you're trusting. Many confuse faith with the absence of fear. But the truth, faith is walking into fear with the confidence that God has already seen the other side. That changes everything. It's like sitting in a storm, but knowing the pilot built the sky. That's the power of nightly prayer. It turns panic into peace. And day after day, this rhythm starts shaping a stronger, wiser spirit. It's subtle, but you'll feel it. That quiet strength becomes your foundation. And before long, maturity blooms. Transformation is no longer a wish, it's your reality. Some days feel like life just collapses all at once. You try to smile, but your soul feels worn out. That's when your prayers matter most. When you talk to God even when you're tired. When you whisper, "Thanks God," even when your heart aches, you're building spiritual muscle. Real transformation happens in those private, unseen moments, not under spotlights, but in the stillness of your room. Think of it as soul training. Just like going to the gym strengthens your body, consistent prayer builds spiritual resilience, and maturity is its reward. This process doesn't work like magic. It's daily, often messy, and incredibly sacred. Want something practical? Instead of only asking God to change your situation, ask Him to change you in the middle of it. That's real growth. Wake up and read one proverb each morning. Write down what stands out. Try living it that day. Simple? Yes. But those small actions turn into massive change over time. Blessings and guidance don't always shout. Sometimes, they come in whispers to those who are willing to listen and obey. It's natural to look back and regret things. A word you shouldn't have said, a choice you wish you'd made differently. But growth doesn't live in guilt. It lives in surrender. Each night, prayer gives you a chance to drop the weight of shame and pick up the peace of renewal. You're not who you were this morning, and thank God for that. That's how real transformation begins. Slowly, quietly, steadily. Because every prayer, no matter how small, becomes a building block for something bigger than you. When the day ends, it's easy to replay every failure, every unfinished task, every awkward conversation. But wisdom is choosing what you bring with you into the night. Prayer isn't just a habit, it's a spiritual strategy. It's how you sweep the dust off your soul before the lights go out. Saying, "Thanks God," at the end of a messy day is how you invite peace to come in and quiet all the noise. And when peace enters, it doesn't just comfort you, it recalibrates your entire outlook. Falling asleep with a peaceful heart is one of the richest blessings you can receive. It's not about having every problem solved. It's about knowing you're not facing them alone. Want a simple exercise? Speak out loud 3 things you're grateful for tonight. Could be small, a meal, a message from someone you love, just making it through. That tiny ritual welcomes blessings and guidance into your rest. Because when your spirit rests, your body heals. And when your body heals, you wake up ready to keep going. Nothing strengthens faith more than realizing God was with you the whole time, even when it felt silent. Gratitude unlocks that memory. Remember the last time you thought you wouldn't make it, but you did? That wasn't luck. That was protection. That was a prayer being answered. And now, as the world grows quiet and your home settles down, your spirit is preparing. Because every night of deep rest is also a seed of maturity and transformation planted in your heart. And what grows from there is something you'll never want to live without. So tell me, how many more nights will you allow your heart to carry the weight of a world you were never meant to hold alone? Life has enough chaos on its own. Stop ignoring the peace that's been waiting for you. What if your breakthrough starts with one prayer before bed? What if this is the moment God's been waiting for, to flood your soul with peace and renew your strength from the inside out? Have you ever wondered how different your life would be if, instead of falling asleep in silence, you ended your day with faith and surrender? What if tonight you turned your routine into a sacred encounter, where your soul unloads, your fears dissolve, and your heart gets refilled with direction and protection? You're not far from that. You're just one prayer away. Maturity doesn't happen by accident. It happens on purpose. And every night you choose to pray, you grow a little stronger, a little freer, and a lot more like who you were created to be. If this spoke to your heart, don't just watch, act. Drop a comment and share what you're leaving in God's hands tonight. Pass this message to someone who needs it. And of course, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because here, every video is a chance to grow deeper in faith, sharper in clarity, and bolder in purpose.